Here at News 3, we're highlighting the importance of keeping your personal information private. And with the help of the Better Business Bureau, SVA Accounting Partners, and Pelletary, we're hoping to help you keep that information safe with ShredFest. Joining me now is Jacob Peters to talk more about identity theft, specifically tax return fraud. So this is something that we hear about all the time, but how common is it in our area?
Unfortunately, it really isn't tied to a specific area. It's just, and it's more common than you'd think. It's any way that they can get your social security number, they're going to use that to try to file a fake tax return and generate a refund that they can get direct deposited into some bank account and do that before the IRS can catch on, and then they're gone. The money's gone. And then you end up finding out about it when you go to file your tax return. You know, they say, oh, somebody already filed a return, or you might get a letter from the IRS saying, hey, we got this, there might be, we're not sure if this is you, so we want to do is ask some questions to verify if this is what happened.
And what do you do if you find yourself in this situation? What are the steps that you should take?
Well, first of all, if you have a CPA, you certainly want to contact them right away because they'll be able to help you. There are some great resources online at irs.gov. There's also idtheftcenter.org is a wonderful place to go for some information. And then you should contact the IRS, contact your financial institutions, and also the Social Security Administration, and check your credit reports to see if somebody has your Social Security number, what else might they have been doing with it.
I think the goal here is obviously to prevent this from happening to you altogether.
Of course.
So what are some steps that you should take to just not even have this happen in the first place?
Well, yeah, so very much as you can protect your Social Security number. A day like today, snuggle up with a warm blanket, go downstairs and a cup of hot chocolate and go through your file cabinet, get rid of all those old documents that you don't need anymore. But don't just throw them in the garbage, get them shredded. That's the key. People, you can lose that. You can lose the security over your ID information any number of ways, and the safest way is to get those documents shredded. Any
other tips? Anything else that people should keep in mind?
I guess, the other thing is how long should I keep those records? Most of your tax information, we recommend 7 years and then get rid of it. And I think that's a question people think, oh, I need to keep it forever. But really, the longer you keep it, then the more just exposure that you're leaving out there for yourself. So there's that. There's also, any kind of, any mailings from credit card companies that you might not think of, but those got to go in the shred bin. Anything that's got your social on it and personally identifiable information, get it shredded.
We might have quite time for one more question here. What do you think is the most common mistake that people make? And they don't even realize it, probably.
Well, frankly, I think it's interesting because we were talking before about those credit card statements or things in the mail that come to you that might have information, but it just doesn't process in your, people know tax return that has critical information on it, but some of these things that come in the mail, you think of it as junk mail, but it might have information about you in there that then you just throw that in the trash and you get stuck, then somebody can find that and because it wasn't properly destroyed.
All right, well, thank you so much. We do appreciate you coming in to talk more about this with us.
Thank you for having me.
ShredFest is free and taking place this Saturday. Again, it's a WISC event in partnership with the BBB, SVA, and Pelletary. And you can drop off any old files or documents and watch them get destroyed on the spot. There is a 3-bag limit. It'll run from 8:30 a.m. until 11 at Warner Park.